Bonjour mes amis, thank you for coming out tonight. We're going to be making some mousse au chocolat, or what you Americans call it the chocolate mousse. It's a very unique dish to France. My family's been passing down the recipe for generations. It was my great-great-grandma's recipe. So we're gonna get started. So first we're going to take the chocolate. I don't know if you can smell it or anything. It's just semi-sweet chocolate. And if you would walk over here with me, we're going to be putting this in the double boiler. Here we have it. You turn on the gas, and then there's water underneath so the chocolate doesn't burn. So we're just gonna throw in the little pieces one at a time. Just drop it in, and you can hear the melting is already starting to take effect. This one's a big piece of bar, so break it apart, put it in there, get it all nice, and then we're going to grab a wooden spoon in order to put the chocolate mixing. So now that we got the chocolate melting, it's time to beat the eggs whites, just the egg whites. That's how Mama used to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this machine, which is going to speed up the process. So I will not have to beat them up by hand like my great-great-grandmother had to do. So here we go. So now that we got the egg whites beaten to the stiff peaks, we're going to now slightly beat the yolks. But before we do that, we're going to add the key main ingredients. This is sugar, fresh from the garden, if you will. So I pour that into the egg yolks. Make sure you get all of the sugar in there. Mommy always liked it sweet, huh? And so then we're gonna add some salt. The saltiness, it really brings out the flavors and really just gives it a new texture to it that people like. And tell me what you think this is by smelling it, huh? Good. It's what you call it, vanilla extract. Because this extract is from the vanilla, and so we put that in as well. We pour that right in. Good. So now we take our new machine that we got, that we already talked about in the video, and we're just going to slightly beat it. So right now we've got the melted chocolate. We got the egg yolks that we beat up, and so now we're going to slowly add it into the chocolate. Make sure you don't add too fast. This is where the tricky part comes into play, because now we're dealing with the chocolate might seize, you know. Yes. So slowly, maybe a little bit at a time. Don't be shy. So now we're going to add the rest, because we don't like to wait. It's good enough. Baking it doesn't really need to be too precise. So now that we've mixed up the chocolate into the pan, we're now going to add it to our very stiff peaked egg whites, as you can see right there. So, just like this. Just like a baby. And just put it in the... Yummy. It looks just like how my mother used to make it, if I remember correctly. You just got to keep stirring. You really want the ingredients to really register with each other, kind of like they need to be introduced, huh? And stirring it, it brings out the best in everyone. So we'll stir it, and then we'll be right back once we've created a dessert that is worth looking at. Good. So this is the final product. We're going to pour this into a dish, which we're going to show in a sec. And then after that, you just put it in the refrigerator, and it should be ready within 4 hours after it firms up. And I would like to add that make sure you're not eating any of the chocolate. All of it needs to go into the dish. If you're saving some for later just to sneak a bite of chocolate, don't. It all needs to really go into the chocolate mousse in order to create a nice dish. So like you can see here, we got most of it out, and there's gonna be no extra to eat. That's fine, because we'll have the chocolate mousse tomorrow or whenever you're seeing this video. So thank you. Just had to say that we're gonna put the chocolate mousse into this bowl right here.